What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm in here relaxing, listening to some music, chilling. Um, got me a brand new mic in due to me Patreon people. But other than that, I will be putting more podcasts on my Patreon, something like these. But on this one right here, there's two different topics at hand that I'm gonna go with. But I think the one I'm gonna go with right now is Unchained Melody. Now, I've been getting a lot of, as they would call it these days, backlash, right? All because, all because I think that Elvis Presley's version of Unchained Melody was better than what's it, Bobby? Right. Now, I could get why people say what they were saying. I can get it. I can get it. I can get it. But what happened to being able to like what you like? You know, it's like if I'm not bashing one person for liking Bobby's version better than Elvis, well, I gotta get bashed because I like Elvis' version better. And it wasn't even a. It's not even a thing of let me ask, let me find out the reasons why. Nothing. It's just shit talking. Well, luckily for those people, I love the shit talk. So don't leave me out. You know what I mean? Let's not allow you to be the only ones to show your ass. But we ain't even gonna take it there on this video. We just gonna have a conversation on Unchained Melody, right? Here are the reasons why I'm not gonna say I did not like. Here are the reasons. Um, Let me just give you my personal opinions on what I thought about. Let me give you my personal opinions on what I thought about Bobby's version of Unchained Melody. How about that? So, the Righteous Brothers, but it was just him, right? Right. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. Uh, but the shit that took away from it was like honestly, it was the voice. He has a good voice, you know what I'm saying? I do like the Righteous Brothers. If you haven't checked out um, my reaction channel, Vintage Reactions, then you don't understand. But I do support the Righteous Brothers, and I do not speak bad upon them. But we're talking about Elvis Presley versus Bobby, I believe. It's just gonna be Bobby, so I can stop saying I believe because I believe it's Bobby. So if not, we'll correct that later. But Bobby though, it's not even Elvis versus the Righteous Brothers. Elvis versus Bobby on that, and his voice was just too light. It was just too light for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just too light. It wasn't bad. It was just it didn't hit a certain way. Now, if that was the only version of that song, then we might be talking about something. Now let's go Elvis Presley. Let's go Elvis Presley Omaha, right? I believe it's Omaha, right? 77, 76, 77, right? Uh that one hit different to me for a few reasons. Number one, people always want to talk shit about his appearance on that song, how he was drugged and how he was overweight, fat, and all this stupid shit. You know what I mean? But when I listen to all, well, not listen, but when I read all those comments, a motherfucker ain't never sit here and said nothing about his voice was shitty, his voice was trash, his voice was terrible. That man's voice was that man's voice was spectacular from beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? And that is a fact. That man's voice was spectacular from beginning to the end. Now let's just get more into detail about the song, right? This is the one where he's on the piano and he's singing, he's playing the piano and whatnot. And this is why I say his version was better, you know? Just to know that when he sung that song a few weeks later, he was not gonna be here anymore. Right? Right. Now, I didn't watch Elvis do that live. I wasn't even born when Elvis did that song. I wasn't even thought about in the next couple of years. I wasn't even thought about. But to sit here and take the journey of checking out or being able to experience Elvis Presley music, period, point blank, I must say this, right? to get to be able to fast forward and rewind through his life, and many of you guys seen it as it was happening, so you was along for the journey, you didn't know what was going to be next. Me, I get to see I could start however I want to. I can go from the beginning, work my way down. I can start in the middle. I can go back to the end. I can go from the beginning. So I get to see certain things, and just know that this man had died a couple weeks after performing that song. It just hit different to me. It was like he was singing to a higher power, and it just made the performance that much more powerful. Now, during that time, you didn't even know that he was going to die in a couple of weeks. I mean, nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and listen to him sing that song and know what is about to happen, that was just a hell of a performance to me. And the song hits different uh, than Bobby. And that's just how I feel about that. But I've been called biased and all of this shit, and it's crazy. I don't mind, it's an opinion. It's like an asshole. We all have one. But my reason is for liking it is it's just that simple. It meant more to me, especially with the timing, and to know that his voice has never failed a period point blank. That's what I like to talk about. That's what I like to focus on. So that's why I choose Elvis Presley over Bobby when it comes to the Righteous Brother, or when it comes to Unchained Melody. And that's just what it is, and that's what I stand on. And it don't got nothing to do with that's my boy, my boy. If it was better, then it'd be better, but it's just not, and that's just how it go. And if you think that, then you probably, I mean, I'll leave that for another time. But yeah, that's just where I stand on that. You know what I mean? So Elvis Presley over Bobby, Unchained Melody, uh, easily, easy, easy. And to be honest with you, you really wouldn't want to catch Elvis doing that song um, during like the '68 comeback special. He really would have told that shit apart, and that's a goddamn fact. But other than that, drop me a comment, most definitely. Let me know what you think, but that's just where I stand on that.